This loss has been the most frustrating game I have watched in a long time. And there has been some games this year that I've been frustrated with, but this had to be the most. And I want to make this clear before I see any nonsense. This was a team loss, and I know people on the Twitterverse want to be like, well, you get a $40 million quarterback, so it's his fault that we lost. No, the fuck it isn't. Yes, he fumbled the ball, and that led to 3 points, which could have, if you take that off, it leads to a tie game. But you have your kicker, and Greg Zuerlein's pissing me off, and he's got to go. He's one of the main, like, if you really think about it, if he makes that kick, then the entire dynamic of this game changes. And look, the Cowboys offense really kind of started to get going in the latter part of the game, but we can't keep doing this, man. I don't want to hear this bullshit where the Cowboys can't be good teams, because it's not the good teams that are beating Dallas. It's Dallas beating themselves. And this was a clear example of that. Because now I got to listen to the fucking morons on ESPN being with Dallas. They can't be good teams. Motherfucker, have you seen how this game went? This was clearly the Cowboys shooting themselves in the foot. When you have on 3 straight goddamn drives some random ass penalty, which some of them were questionable, that led to a good play being called back, what the hell am I supposed to say? Like, we can't be doing this, man. Then you have a situation where the fucking officials can't review a damn fumble, at least look at it. Listen, I'm irritated with Mike McCarthy calling those timeouts before the 2-minute warning, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But I swear to God, dude, and I said this sometime before, and I'm just so frustrated right now. This is my 7th time trying to record this. The Cowboys won't go far in January or even just sniff February because of shit like this. We gotta deal with this shit. And if Mike McCarthy wouldn't stop calling his fucking timeouts before the 2-minute warning, we would have been able to challenge that fumble and maybe had a chance. I would have been I would have had a lot more closure with this game if we didn't get the field goal and we managed to get the ball back with the decision. But oh my God, man, I've never been so. Let me go through each of this, because I'm just so done with having to deal with all the nonsense everywhere. Let's go ahead and go through this in order. So the first things first. Dallas still can win next week and meet my record prediction of 12-5. Okay? And again, if Dallas wants to meet my expectations this year, winning a playoff game, maybe 2 at the best, will be fine. I'll be cool with that. Because ultimately, we need to get this, we need to kind of start developing a consistent football program. And that takes time to do. That's what I'm more so concerned about. Okay? But I want you to think about this. Let's go to the offense. I'm done with Kellen Moore. Fuck him. Get him out. I'm so sick and tired of this shit, man. Every damn time that we go into a game against an opponent that is of equal stature or better, Kellen Moore goes into this fucking shell, and it just gives me bad memories of Scott Linehan and Jason Garrett, where they're too pussified to go and do something. I'm done with him. Let him go get the job in fucking Jacksonville. Let him go. I'm done with him. I'm done with Kellen Moore. He has pissed me off royally. I'm not saying he isn't creative. My problem is he's so much of a wuss to call decent plays. I'm not saying it has to be a freaking deep ball every time. I have a problem with how he's managing the game offensively. And then we have to pull a rabbit out of our ass towards the end to finally win a game. Let's move on to the actual players. Dak Prescott did not start off hot in this game. I mean, he was playing decent, and he had moments where he made errant throws, but he picked it up towards the end. Okay, and so I was like, okay, you know what? I can live with this. But the fact of the matter remains that we as a team, we have a problem with the running back situation. Why in the fuck are we paying $15 million to a guy that averages almost, what 20 yards a fucking game? That's not good, man. Listen, I love Zeke. I love what, like, the passion and the strength. Like, I like what I could see. Dude, we have to do something, man. Like, we can't keep doing this shit. We can get someone else, and I'm not trying to say throwing Zeke off a bridge yet, but it's a problem, man. Like, that money could be used towards elsewhere, and if it's seriously, we go into the playoffs and Zeke is averaging like 16 yards, you gotta stop it. But it would space Cowboy. Kellen Moore keeps passing the ball. I understand that. I get that. But if the run game isn't working, and by the way, Zeke would have had a lot more yards if it wasn't for the fucking penalties. But that's the thing that bothers me, is that now, if you're going to be a passing team, you're going to need to put resources into that. Now we get to the offensive line. Now, the offensive line, they got worked, man. And I know that Dak only got sacked once, but it felt like he had moments where he couldn't do anything. And I'm not trying to defend him or say that he was fully not at fault, because trust me, that fumble that Dak did was not good at all. It was the most inopportune time to do it, and he didn't see it coming too, which makes it even worse. So, I thought he was down, but that was what cost you the game, and you shouldn't be putting yourself in these positions. But offensive line, you can't be doing these penalties, man. And I know, and hear me out, I get it. Like, 2 of those penalties were bullshit. 2 of them were bullshit. Especially in that opening frame with, like, the 3 penalties. Like, a lot of that was bullshit. And you can't, and that's the part that pisses me off. We can't be going through this in the playoffs. We are staring down the barrel of meeting Arizona again in the wild card game, and I'm not feeling at all amused at that. And the reason why is because I am worried that we got to deal with the same ref ball again. And I think that you would be being a bit naive if you don't think that that's going to be a problem come playoff time. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to be a primary cause for Dallas to lose. What I am saying is that it's going to be a factor. So, there is that. The defense, the mobile quarterback shit still gets to me, man. We can't stop a mobile quarterback for our life, and it's so fucking frustrating. And I'm trying to be calm here because, as the other times I record, I was really pissed off. And that fumble that was not called, I'm so fucking mad at that. It's bullshit that we've had multiple other instances across the NFL where referees can stop play, look at it, and overturn it. Don't give me that fucking bullshit about how, if that, because I agree there, but fucking goddamn it. If the officials were willing to do their part and do their job, they would have reviewed that. And I'm pissed at Mike McCarthy because he should have all fucking 2 of his time. Or no, he should have had all 3. But this stupid fuck wants to call the timeouts before the 2-minute warning, which you're not supposed to do. Because if we were able to have that last timeout, which I could be wrong here, I believe, was it Edmonds? The guy that ran out of bounds, and you're calling a fucking timeout. And again, I could be wrong, and I don't want to get mad at the wrong things, but it's so frustrating that this team had a chance to stay the number 2 seed, and now we're fucked because we're gonna have to most likely play Arizona in the wild card, then go on the road to Green Bay. Assuming they win tonight. The game hasn't started. And I can't... And we know how that end result's going to be. You know, this team has done a lot this year, and I'm not trying to take away the fact that they are 11-5 for a reason. But they seriously have to get their shit together before the playoffs. They only got one more game, and then next thing you know, we're in wild card weekend, and it's inevitable for Dallas to be in wild card weekend at this point. Dallas cannot get the number 1 seed. If Green Bay wins, that's it. The Dallas Cowboys will have to go through Lambeau for the Super Bowl, and I don't have a good feeling about that now. I'm just so frustrated, man, because I want us to realize something, that this Cowboys team has a good roster here. I'm not trying to sit here and say that the team sucks. I don't want you to I don't want to insinuate that. The problem is the game preparedness, number one. Number two, the fact of the matter being that we could be playing a lot better football throughout the whole part of the game, you know. It's terrible. So I want to say this. If you're saying that, oh, Dak's the problem, we need to get rid of him, okay, fine, and then what do you want to do? Start all over at quarterback and deal with that fucking bullshit? No. If you're saying, okay, we need to just strip the team down and start all over, dude, you really want to wait 5 years for this bullshit? Because honestly, you're not even guaranteed anything in the draft, and I've already gone through that. So, to end on somewhat of a note that we can realize is that, listen, shit happens in the NFL. I'm still pissed at what happened, and you should be pissed, rightfully so. But let's be clear. The Dallas Cowboys still are in the playoffs. That's number one. Number two, we're probably going to see this team again, and they're going to be stronger. And so if we lose, and I honestly do think that Dallas, if they start, and this game told everything that I needed to say. Dallas is probably going to be a win wild card round or loss in wild card round at the best, and I hope I'm wrong. And I don't want people to insinuate that I'm being fake about that or I'm being a fake fan, because I'm being real and honest about how I feel. Look, this game told me what I had to see about this team. And again, I'm not going to be mad because in the sense of like, yeah, sure, it's going to suck to lose, but I at least know, like, I kind of got the pulse sort of right on where this team is. And again, I don't want people to be like, well, Space Cowboy, you said that the Cowboys were going to the Super Bowl last week. That's if they got the number 1 seed, which they're not. It is now pretty much out of the realm of possibility. So Dallas kind of has to, they got to get shit right versus Philly. And I said, listen, you got to be careful, man. Dallas is in that 4th spot. They're stuck in that 4th spot. I believe unless one of the other teams lose. Sucks to suck, but you know what? If we got to do this the hard way, we got to do this the hard way. Dallas fumbled the opportunity to stay number 2, and yeah. I don't really want to go any further. I'm tired. This game has already frustrated me to hell. And there's a lot of stuff I didn't talk about. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, guys. Alright, bye-bye.